G'day, ZiggyD here, and I've been getting a lot of requests lately to make a video guide on how to go about trading in Path of Exile and to cover different aspects of trading. So I thought, I'm going to make you guys a guide. I'm going to make you guys a guide on how to be the least popular guy in trade chat. So you guys can consider this your guide on what not to do in trade chat. Now I've left the trade chat open, so maybe you guys can pick out some of the things that I cover as they appear in the actual trade chat there. So, number one is stale links. Posting stale links is a sure way to frustrate people, basically. So what happens, what creates a stale link? Let's go ahead and leave trade chat for a moment here, and we'll just go into local chat to test this out. So if I go ahead and link these gloves here, and say, you know, I want to sell these gloves, and then, you know, an easy way to repeat that message later is to press up, press enter, press up, and then press enter again, and it repeats the message. That's all well and good. But, you know, you've got these in your inventory and you decide, you know, you want to go for a run. I'm going to go ahead and stash these. And then while I'm doing my run, I decide I want to post the same message. And you get a stale link. And that's pretty useless to anyone. You're posting this message, people can't mouse over your item. Maybe they really wanted that Sorrow Fist Ancient Gauntlets, but now they can't see your item and you have to go all the way back to town to post that. So in order to avoid the stale links, keep your stuff in its slots when you actually link it. So keep it on the same inventory page, or keep it in your inventory, or keep it in your stash. That's probably the best approach. So the next way to really annoy people in trade chat is to assume that the perfect trade always exists for you, that your perfect match, your perfect trading partner is waiting right there for your message. So a lot of the time I see people doing things like, you know, oh, I want to trade my unique gloves here for a level 50 two-hand sword with high fist damage. That would be the perfect trade for me. If I could, you know, trade these gloves for that, then both people get exactly what they need. And, you know, that's how the barter system works after all. However, trading is hard enough. Just trading for currency, trading, you know, the perfect item you want for currency, or even an item close to what you want. We don't have an auction house or anything to rely on here like that. So, if you have a really specific trade that you need, and you have also something that you want to get rid of, maybe you should consider either posting that on the forum if you have a very specific trade that you think someone might be able to do, or if you're doing it in trade chat, to first try and sell these gloves for currency, and then try and buy what you want with currency. Currency is currency for a reason. It's a generally accepted medium of trading that most people will accept and is useful to most people, so actually use currency how it's intended in that way. So the next thing that you should really try to avoid in trade chat is making want to buy posts without offering anything. So something like this, want to buy silver branch, and then posting that in trade chat. You know, that doesn't really tell the people who own silver branches, you know, what you're willing to pay. To make this a much better post, go ahead and do something like paying GCP, or, you know, or offering something that people can at least, you know, gauge how interested you are in buying that item, and say, you know, I'm interested in maybe selling my silver branch for a GCP. But if you just post nothing, then they really don't know what you're interested in. And maybe sometimes you'll get linked things like silver branches, but if you're trying to buy something specific, then it's very helpful if you go ahead and actually post what you're willing to offer for the thing you're trying to buy. And the same thing goes for want to sells. So want to sell can be a little bit more flexible. Say you want to sell, you want to sell your silver branch instead. So want to sell silver branch. You can say what you're looking for. You know, I'm looking for 1 to 2 GCP or something like that. Or, you know, at the very least, say PST offers. So please send tell offers. That way you're saying basically, I'm open to offers. You guys send me any offers that you have and I'll consider them. At least put something that you're willing to consider that trade for. Trading has to have two sides to it, so make sure you're indicating to people what those two sides are. So let's go ahead and enable trade chat again here so you guys can watch that fly past. So another one that's really damn fine, another way you can really make some friends in trade chat is to, say you're going to your stash and I have this page full of stuff I want to get rid of. You know, some of this stuff's pretty good, some of it's okay, some of it's pretty specific and might help a certain person out. So I'm gonna make a want to sell post, and, you know, I'll just sell off all this stuff. Like, I don't need any of this. People will find this pretty handy, I'm pretty sure. So you go ahead and post that, and that's really not very helpful to anyone. People have to mouse over that as the trade chat's moving up, and I'm just going to put joke in there so I don't screw with anyone in the local chat there. And at least describe the things you're trying to sell, or sell a bunch of amulets together, or keep it to a minimum of like 3 items or something like that. These people that post all of these these offers, these items, most of them are junk, most of them have nothing in relation to anything like that, and that's really not helping anyone out. If you want to sell a bunch of stuff at once, then go make a shop post in the trade forums. It will be a much better way of actually getting rid of that stuff. It's not helping anyone out, not even yourself, to post a bunch of stuff like that. So here's the final one, and it's possibly my favorite. I always find it very entertaining when I actually see these posts. Want to sell orb fusing GCP. I want to sell my currency. That's like saying I want to sell my $20 note. I have $20 notes here. I want to sell that. You don't sell currency. Currency, it's not a monetary system, but it might as well be. It is essentially different amounts of money for each of those different currency items. You don't want to sell currency. What you want to do instead is change this little S here to a T. Want to trade orb fusing, gem prisms, and then you say for ALX. And then to be even more helpful, you can go ahead and put something like 4:1, or put a ratio of something you're looking to actually trade those for, because you don't sell currency, you trade it for other currency, or you use it to trade for items. So don't just start trying to sell off your currency that you don't want. Anyway, hopefully you guys have found this helpful, and now know some things to go ahead and avoid in trade chat, and maybe have a better idea of the ways you can actually make a good post that actually helps people out, and that actually gets you a trade. Because often if you're doing a lot of these things that I've listed in this video, you're not really going to end up with any trades anyway, because it just makes it really hard for people to actually go ahead and trade with you. I know I usually avoid people like that who are posting useless sort of trade posts, but people who make a really put effort into making a really good thing, like this guy here, want to sell Low Strider boots, Life Energy Shield Regen. He's described the boots in the actual post and said what he's looking for. If I was looking for some Energy Shield boots, I'd trade with him. He's a good bloke. So hopefully you guys have found this helpful. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.